Every great seducer had his own fashionable edge. I obviously dress the way I am right now. Like, people just think like, oh, you know, MLD dresses like this because he's a YouTuber or whatever. But no, I've always been dressing flashy, right? Because I've always been a pimp, you know? It's an outward expression of yourself, right? Listen, guys, especially Americans, bro. Americans have some of the worst fashion on the planet, okay? America, when you walk down the streets of America and Canada, it's just like, bro, you people are fucking slobs. Like, at least, even if you're like a little overweight, but you dress well, like the overall presentation in your business life and your dating life, your friendships and stuff, it says so much about you. You gotta be dressing up and looking good and above average, not just like, you know, the bread and butter of just looking okay. You know what I mean? It's just no bueno at all. Americans in fashion is just absolutely atrocious. But as you get older, as long as you take care of yourself physically and you dress well and you keep a youthful mindset, that's a big thing. Troy Francis talked about that recently on his Twitter. He's like, you got to keep a youthful mindset. You got to keep a playful mindset. Like, you know, your clothing, my clothing, a girl looks at me and she sees like, this is a girl sees like a guy that's playful. A guy's like, oh, that guy kind of dresses loud and like he's like got a tiger on his head and, you know, like what, he got some gold chain. Why does he have 2 gold chains? Oh my God, this guy. Or is she gonna go with the guy who has like suit, white shirt, black tie, black suit, hair slicked back, you know, just everybody looks like that. You know what I mean? I know some adults that look like they're a lost, they dress like they're a lost 7th grader. Denim jeans, shorts, and some sandals and like a Kmart looking shirt. You know, fashion is just, it's so like, it's bait. Okay, you guys gotta realize like it's all about getting the conversation going and building rapport. Okay, and almost every girl is into fashion, so most guys are not into fashion. And I'm not saying like, oh my God, did you see the Cartier like season 4, like, you know, Q3 winter collection, blah blah blah. Like, you know, you don't have to get, I mean, even if you like that, that's fine, but like you don't even have to get to that level. Like, you just have to like be able to like constantly look at yourself in the mirror and be like, I look good, like I look see, not like oh, I look you know, presentable, I look okay. You know, dress to like look good. You know, coordinate your colors. You know, you have to talk about your skin color too. So I got like this kind of like a kind of olive-ish skin, so like these like very robust colors, like this robust kind of red or like a robust purple, even some pink or some like lime green looks really good. Like when I wear my lavender Lacoste hoodie, right, it looks good too because it contrasts with my skin well. You know, so you gotta find what goes with your skin, with your body shape, and you got to find a look that goes for you. And so I like to have like this kind of cyberpunk kind of like light. I don't want to dress like Mr. Hip Hop guy. Like I'm not really big into urban, but I guess like this is as urban as I would get. But I mean, I still look fuego, so I don't care. But you know, I have my own style. I don't like fit into anybody's individual style, and that's how it should be as a player. As a guy like us, like you're living that hot dude life, bro, straight up, like you're living life on your own terms. You like the hot dude life is independent life thinking. You know, you have to be individual, right? And I'm telling you, when you're like good looking and you have a good personality and you got a little bit of money and you dress well, bro, then it's just like you stand out no matter where you go. You stand out no matter where you go. Silverman says you could definitely look good without spending too much research is key. Absolutely. Listen, let's talk about designer brands versus fast fashion. I like fast fashion better than designer brands. Like, it's nice to buy like you know, niche items like that are designer brand, like this, you know, the Gucci shades, the Versace caps. Those are like little designer things here and there. So I like fast fashion because it's quick, it's cheap, and if you factor in fashion into your budget, like even $200 a month, as long as you're on your purpose and you chose a good job and you're going about living your life the right way, making money, making muscles, learning game, obviously, right, the big 3, then you should be totally set. That should be very easy and very doable. And all you really need to do is like go shopping twice a year if you want to be real. Or you could pick up something like every week for like 2 months. Just pick up a little something every week, like a shirt or a pair of jeans, or like 1 week. You know, your clothes and stuff, they tell a woman a lot about you because she's sizing you up. Are your clothes ratty tatty and you look like Raggedy Andy? You know, you look like you look like a lost 7th grader in a trailer park. You're all dirty, your clothes are dirty, your knees are dirty, you got dirt on your fingernails, you nasty ass. No girl's gonna go home with you looking like that. No woman's want to be, you know, part of that. Bro, I don't think you guys realize how much girls spend time on Instagram like every day, bro. These girls are cracked out on IG. They are legit on IG 24/7, 365. They got push notifications notifications on. They got millions of requests. They got millions of DMs. It's just like these girls are on 24/7. Now, if you like are Mr. Slobby McSlobberson, and then the girl knows a guy like me, okay, and she sees us at some social event, who's she gonna more likely want to take photo with to put on her social media, you or me, right? And it's not even about like, oh well, I don't want a bitch taking my phone anyways. No, I'm not thinking about that. I'm thinking about marketing, putting yourself out there, and then you get a copy of that photo and use it to build up your social media and your presence on Instagram, you know, show other girls, hey, hot girls, they're like are totally down with me, and here's a picture of proof. You know what I mean? Girls build up the image way more you know, grandiose. If you want good fashion, you have to have good colors, okay? You have to have good fit, and you have to feel good when wearing your clothes. That's a big thing right there. My biggest piece of advice is this: don't be afraid to try stuff on. Don't be lazy and not try stuff on. Try it on, see how you feel. When I put this on, I just like, yeah, bro, I feel like this is it. And then I saw this hat in the little glass box. I was like, let me see this hat. I put on the hat. It just like, it felt like it belonged to me. Okay, the reality of womanizing and dating is all you can do as a man is increase your probability of getting sex. There's no guarantee, but all you can do is increase your probability. And like when you look as good as I do right now, when you dress yourself well and you look, you know, you got some swagger about you, you just have less obstacles, less tests. Girls, they're just down. They're so down. If you're like what they want, girls are down. But if you're not what they want, they're not down. They hate you. And sometimes what girls will do is they'll go on a date with you, and then you guys know like, oh hey, like I want to meet you again, my friend, she's here too, like let's all of us go out and do something, right? If she brings you to meet her friend, that interaction right there is her friend judging you. So like primarily trying to impress the friend, because the girl already likes you if she's introducing you to her friend. But if you haven't yet, you have to impress that friend and you have to win her over. And again, like if you show up like a stained shirt and like, you know, just look like a slob and you like smell bad, you didn't like wear cologne, you didn't wash yourself, but when you look clean and you know, like you smell good, you look like a guy who has his shit together. And most of these chicks don't have their together, so that's gonna make them aspire to be with you. Okay, yeah, you gotta look good. It's the bait, bro. It's the bait, and you never know who's watching. You never know who is there.
For the guys that aren't great at fashion, I've never been great at fashion, but I've always had a nice body, and I wore clothes that fit. I have done a lot better lately. But my one advice to somebody who knows they're not going to go out of control with the fashion, which you should. Once people start hating on you, that means you're doing good.
Yeah.
Because my friends start calling me a faggot and stuff, and I'm like, yeah, like, it's working. Like, that's when I kind of know. I'm like, I'm dressing well because my friends are jealous. First of all, you need to get your body right. John wears stuff that looks really good on him. If I wore some of the stuff John wore, I would look like a literally. And I'm not saying that because the stuff's not cool. It's just everyone has their own like thing.
Like when people say like, oh, what are you, gay? You know, what do you always pay attention? Shit, like those guys, they're just jealous because they know we look good and they know they look bad, but they don't know how to look good like us, so they have to like let out the hate one way or another and be like, oh, you know, you can look like it or whatever. But it's just funny because no matter what they say, like they can't make me not look good because I look good regardless. I mean, could you imagine if I was just like this guy, like
yeah.
This guy looks like he's a lost seventh grader.
Yeah,
like he missed the bus and he's just like walking around like.
Yeah, you look like somebody who's insecure.
You can't be lazy. You can't be bad at fashion. You can't have the Justin Bieber haircut from 5 years ago.
Hey, dude, the guy still gets.
But yeah, no, fashion is a big part of it. And like, you know, even in the corporate world, looking good is a very valuable asset. That is extremely true through and through, and helps you stand out in dating. It helps you stand out in so many different things. Okay, here's the thing. So even if you're not in like tip-top shape like I am right now, you could still dress well and look very okay. Again, like fashion is just that X factor. Even if you're trying to get your weight on point, and like there's still ways to hone the skill of fashion and look good, and that is a high status conveyance of yourself that's going to give you tons and tons of opportunities.